Vaccinations are probably one of the best medical breakthroughs of the 20th century. One great example would be smallpox. We had a smallpox campaign. Everybody across the world received the smallpox vaccine in the 60s and 70s, and because of it, that disease is eradicated. It does not exist. There have been no cases of it, and smallpox was a very deadly disease. I know that people now are talking about Ebola and Zika and things like that. Smallpox was even worse than that, and it was so contagious. And so we believe that if we can get most people vaccinated, we'll be able to get rid of polio, get rid of measles. Measles was almost eradicated, but then it's come back again. Every year, we have over 100 kids that die from the influenza in the United States because they didn't get their flu shot. And I know some people think, oh, well, the flu, I can get it, it's no big deal. And yeah, sometimes it's just you're sick for about 3 or 4 days, kind of achy with a high fever. But actually, the flu kills more people each year in the United States than all the vaccine preventable diseases out there. Side effects to vaccinations can occur, but most of them are very mild. As far as the severe side effects, such as a neurological condition, autism, death, are so rare that the risks for the shot are so low that the benefits really outweigh any of those risks that are there. I think some parents, they don't want to vaccinate their child because of either personal beliefs or their fear that something would happen to their children. But I like to try to explain to them that if you don't vaccinate your child, you're putting your own child at risk for these diseases. And I think many people don't think that those diseases are out there anymore, but as we saw with the measles outbreak at Disneyland last year, they are there. And all it takes is somebody flying from another country and bringing that in, which is what happened in that case in Disneyland. And then all of a sudden, people who aren't vaccinated will spread the disease. And we're getting to a critical point right now where enough people are doing that, choosing not to vaccinate, that we don't have the herd immunity anymore. And when you don't have herd immunity, then a child who's not vaccinated, like the child of these people who are choosing not to vaccinate, that child is at risk. And people think, well, what's the big deal? What's measles, Well, 1 in 200 children die of the measles. That is a scary statistic, and we used to see that. And we don't want to see that anymore. And I think that also the people who don't vaccinate also put at risk the children who can't be vaccinated. I have patients in my practice that want to be vaccinated. They want to get all of the vaccines to prevent the diseases, but maybe they have cancer right now and they're immunocompromised and they're not allowed to have the vaccines. Or they're a 1-month-old baby and they're too young to get the vaccinations. I see many babies that are 1 month, 2 months old that would be very high risk for specific diseases like pertussis, which is very easily spread if people didn't get those vaccinations. So not only are they putting their child at risk, they're actually hurting the community. And that's the thing that's, I don't think that they realize, or that because we don't see the diseases anymore, they don't realize that their choices are actually having, unfortunately, an effect on other people. So absolutely, if everybody agrees to do their part, get their vaccinations, we are going to save lives.